You may have seen the heartbreaking case of Sarah Sharif in the news recently. Sarah was just 10 years old when her life was tragically cut short by severe abuse. The shocking thing is that this isn't just a one isolated case. Child abuse happens far too often, and I think we really need to talk about it. It's quite shocking, really, that things like this still happen in today's day and age, but you know, it does, and I had a little look at some statistics and stuff as well, and the reality is absolutely shocking. So in the UK, 500,000 children suffer abuse every single year. I mean, just let that sink in. That's crazy. That's like thousands of children living with emotional. Sorry, it's upsetting, isn't it? Emotional, physical, or sexual harm, and it's often hidden from the outside world. So the police, I think, recorded like over 26,000 cases of child cruelty and abuse in England and Wales. I think this was over like 2023 and 2024. And that's just like the past year alone. That's just crazy. And when you step back even further than that, the stats say that 1 in 5 adults say they experienced some form of abuse as a child. So, I mean, the gravity of that situation is just so monstrous, isn't it? And Sarah's story really highlights like how vulnerable children can be, especially when they slip off the radar. Even after like concerns were raised, Sarah's family removed her from school, and that just blows my mind. It's just, yeah, it's mind blowing. Because they were cutting off one of the few places where adults could actually notice what was happening, and somewhere along the line, like somebody's allowed that to happen. So right now there's talk of introducing stricter measures to prevent situations like this. Like I think they were talking about stronger checks, when families choose to take their children out of school or homeschool their children, like especially under protection plans, because it is mind blowing. And there are policies like that are a step in the right direction at least. But let's be honest, like the laws and the systems can only do so much, and I think it's up to us all to stay vigilant. So yeah, so Sarah's story is absolutely heartbreaking, and you just think like, if you can't love a child, then just let somebody else love that child, because there's plenty of people that will, you know. But it's a wake up call as well, I think. Again, another one. As parents and teachers and neighbours and friends, like we all have a role to play in keeping children safe. And as they say, like abuse thrives in silence. And I think talking about that is the first step to change.